Alright, how's it going, everyone? Welcome to Somebody's Got to Do It, a new podcast starting with myself, Jake, and Mark.
Howdy.
I don't know where to go from here.
No, it's long time coming. Very long time coming. This is technically the second episode. The
Is
podcast,
it?
yeah.
Oh, that's right.
Is the first one still up?
No,
it's
we couldn't
gone.
upload it, remember? We tried to
true.
and it didn't work.
Yes, this is technically the second episode. I've had a lot of people people waiting for this actually.
I wouldn't be expecting too much to begin with, you know. We're trying to find our footing and shit like that, so give it a red hot crack up.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
giving it heaps. That was another
option for the name of it.
Giving
Yeah,
it
heaps.
I guess we start with how we all know each other, I guess. So I think I met James through a mutual mate, Geordie. You'll be watching. How are you, George? How are you, mate? Through school. So I think me and James really didn't like each other at the start. Geordie was giving us the wrong impressions of each other. And then we met at the pools, I think, Boronia Pools, Knox Leisure Centre. And fucking very competitive with each other then. And then he moved to Heathmont College, Beefmont. And I was a real cunt to him at first as well. Absolutely just fucking giving him nothing, stealing his pen, but no, it all worked out apparently. It's all sort of come together, I guess.
Quick game of basketball sorts everything out, just so you know.
No, obviously, I think Mark or you two brothers. Or
Jake's had a sip of beer and doesn't know who we are anymore.
Shaking the beers.
Yeah,
Let's give this a sip and see how it tastes. We want to try and do a weekly beer review just as something different as well. So
and different beers as well, not the typical, you know.
This week we've got a steam rail pale ale. That's going to be fuck all. You're not going to see anything from there, but
1.2 standies.
1.2 standies. Some steam rail pale ales. All right.
Made in Australia as well.
Pregnancy warning: alcohol can cause lifelong harm to you.
Long life.
Jeez, how many have I had?
And remember to drink in moderation, people. We are not saying.
Nah, it's for pussies, but you do you.
We can't be encouraging people to do bad shit.
I'm not encouraging anybody to do anything. I'm here doing my podcast.
Yeah, you just do you.
I'll give this a sip and see how it tastes.
I'm not massive on ale, so this is like a bit. It's weird to me. I guess it's nice enough too. Like,
she's a bit fruity.
yeah, it is a little bit fruity.
It's a bit fruity. Kind of tastes similar to a furphy.
That's what I was actually about to say. It's a bit off my palate. This sort of steam ale.
I'm not gonna lie. I don't mind it.
Yeah, I'll get around it.
Bit fruity.
It's not something I'd go to every single time, but like it's not something I'd say no to.
Well, our first episode beer review. Those Byron Bays, they slap. I was smashing them. I was last night. I was at Holy Moly last night with the missus.
Bullshit.
Yeah,
I was there as well.
Ringwood one.
Yeah.
I was probably there at like 5 o'clock though.
Yeah, I was there, mate.
Yeah, so I was just smashing back the Byron Bays off tap. No, real nice. So
Well,
You
absolutely.
can get steins, like a litre steins.
Jesus.
I want a furphy and
yeah, but by the time you get to the end of it, it's warm.
I smashed mine like
responsible handling of alcohol.
He drank it really fast, responsibly. Through a straw.
the most responsible. Holy shit.
Alright, so what are we getting into? Aim of the podcast
A bit
sort of
about
thing.
ourselves as well, like
Yeah.
individually what we're about. So
Fucking not about much.
Yeah, just you get out of bed, you go to work.
Yeah, just a fucking typical Aussie bloke at the end of the day.
Love my basketball. Loving basketball, footy. Actually got a grand final this week, me and Marky boy for the Sesh Gremlins. Shout out to those boys. Big game this week. Jamesy still get his flag. He filled in more than enough times to receive his flag on Monday night when we absolutely take the piss out of world's biggest basses, you fucking wankers. Shout out to the world's biggest fuckwits.
calling out people.
Cool, now this is my fucking video. I'm telling you cunts I'm dropping 40 on you. And that's that.
Straight up.
So, a bit about myself is there's not much to me. You know, just your typical young Aussie bloke. Enjoys a good beer after work. Enjoys
Enjoys a litre furphy every day after work.
Enjoys playing his video games. Enjoys fucking watching movies. Shit like that. Not too much to me.
Yeah. I'm 32, but I act like I'm 20. Well, I try to, but my body doesn't let me sometimes. I'm the same, like my video games, but I'm a bit on my kooky side. I like all the weird shit, like supernatural stuff and conspiracy theories. I get right around that. That can get me going. Yeah, you know, I believe we're here for a good time, not a long time, but try and do it responsibly, I guess.
Nah, I hate that shit you talk about, like that haunted stuff. That was that haunted house you and Britt went to or whatever.
Yeah, the asylum.
No,
Yeah.
no way.
I was right up that. I was going in the rooms and closing the doors behind myself and stuff. I wanted to feel things. I wanted the ghost to touch me.
I think James knows as well, especially how if I was in any type of paranormal situation like that goes, my life is that much higher above yours. Like if I've got to shut that fucking door and you get trapped in there and I live, that's it.
I wanted Casper in me undies and he didn't appear.
If I've learned anything from playing Faz with you, it's definitely it's you before anybody else. Jake over the fucking cupboard.
No way, I'm not going out.
We could even have a chance to get out with Jake not closing the door, but if it locks Jake out for being far away from whatever it is that we've come across, he's going to close that door. That thing could be 10 metres behind us and we're right behind Jake and he'll push us in the fucking door and then close it.
It's like what it's saying. It's like if you're getting chased by a bear, it's not a matter of if you're faster than the bear, it's a matter of if you're faster than the person you're with. That's it.
I hate to say it, Jake, but me and James are probably faster than you.
Not as witty, mate. You don't know how quick I can shut those doors.
Let's be fair, you're the one at the back of the pack anyway if we do any of that shit, so you hear a noise and we just hear... What was that? Just see Jake scurrying away.
Oh, no way. I'm at the back. I'm sitting right in the middle. My protection from the front and behind.
Escorted.
You fucking put me on a spit, mate, for all I care. As long as I got protection from the front and behind. That's all that matters.
That's hectic.
Oh, jeez. All right. So we're going to do our little... On that, little... Was it music and TV / movie reviews? What do you got for us, lads? What's the go-to at the moment?
Oh, well, look, I did have a different kind of song, but my music review is, fucking, we're in Coles on the way here and Girls Just Want to Have Fun came on. You know what? That's a fucking banger, that song. Doesn't matter what mood you're in. It was quite boppy. It changed the atmosphere of Coles, I reckon. I don't remember who sings it. I think Cyndi Lauper, but I'm probably wrong.
I'm sure it is.
Is it?
So, I love all that sort of old stuff. Like literally just the other night, I just do your random trying to fall asleep YouTube scrolls and stuff, and it's come off some old Britney Spears shit. I was loving it,
mate.
I didn't I was talking to my partner Kyla about it. Literally the other day, and I messaged her and I was like, I didn't actually know how big Britney Spears was.
She was huge.
I didn't know she was the biggest thing
in the 90s, bro. Yeah, when I was
growing
up,
I think it was early 2000s.
Late 90s, early 2000s. Mate, I had the biggest crush on her in primary school.
Yeah,
I wanted to marry her.
I had no idea that she was that big, and I just started getting into this doco and stuff. Watching her do the live performance with the snake around her, and I was like, oh man, she was unreal. And it was so weird. And then Kyla was calling me an idiot. She's like, how did you not know that? I just had no idea that she was.
She was fucking huge, mate. Massive, absolutely massive.
What was the stuff with her dad? She's just got all the rights to her shit back now.
Conservation shit.
Yeah.
Bloody, it's pretty rough, but to think about she didn't really have any control over her own life and stuff like that. It was down to her dad.
Dad was making her wear all those skimpy costumes. That's kind of sus. I wasn't complaining, but it's kind of sus.
Daddy likey.
Fucking hell.
Her song "Baby" should have been called "Daddy." Daddy, hit me one more time.
Would have been all for it. Nah, someone's got to do it.
Oh, fucking hell.
No, so
James,
I got a TV show.
TV show, that's huge.
Do you have any songs or anything? But not really at the moment. Nothing sticking out to you that you've listened to and just gone, fuck me, that's an absolute banger. Got to listen to that again.
It's actually a song that comes on the radio at work that
was it the one we were listening to on the way?
It's Following the Sun. I don't mind it.
Tell me that it's not Miley Cyrus, but tell me it doesn't sound exactly like Miley Cyrus.
What song is it? What's it called?
Following the Sun.
Oh yeah, this one actually isn't bad.
It
Yeah.
sounds exactly like
It
Miley
does.
Cyrus.
Isn't it Miley Cyrus?
No, it's not. It's some other.
Something, baby.
Yeah, absolutely no idea.
Yeah. Oh fuck yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. It's not my kind of. You wouldn't expect that from me usually, but I don't mind it.
You've had the same playlist since you were 15.
No, I've had the same playlist since I was 10, mate.
My little review. You heard of Dominic Fike?
No, I haven't.
The name sounds.
He's
familiar,
wicked.
but I'm not sure.
Do you watch Euphoria?
Yeah.
So he's what's his name? That little druggo guy that Rue hangs out with.
Fez.
Nah, not Fez. The new season.
Oh,
I haven't watched it yet, so I have fucking no idea what.
I know
you're doing.
exactly.
Yeah.
Do it with the face tats. and
Yeah,
stuff,
he's got Dominic. He sings that 3 nights at the hotel.
Yeah.
That one, you know, he sings that, and he's got like a few other songs I've been listening to, and they're fucking wicked. Try like getting in, you know, all Indian shit. So
Have a band bun scene.
yeah, all Indian, all that. So no, his music's awesome. He's like getting. I didn't realize he was so big before Euphoria, and then like I didn't even know he was the same person. And then
I've heard lots about Euphoria, but I haven't watched it.
It's actually a really
yeah,
good show.
it's pretty like. How's like the new season? You see that much cock in the first three, episodes.
I'm trying to figure out what his name is now. It's going to annoy me if I don't know.
There's Sydney Sweeney gets her tits out every episode in Euphoria. Not bad.
Not bad.
No, can't say.
Someone's got to do it.
Yeah, she doesn't get paid enough to do that. This Zendaya never gets hers out. His name. What do it?
I'm trying to find
You
it.
can just search up Euphoria and look up cast.
Yeah, I've done that, but it's not showing up.
I'm gonna have to go on while you're figuring that one out. Oh, have you seen Top Boy? That was my
Apparently
TV
it's
Top
really
Boy.
good.
Oh man,
Oh,
it's nuts.
It's a
awesome.
series, yeah?
Yeah, about the UK.
Yeah, I started watching
Making
that,
them
bro.
bees in that
Yeah.
lad. Gotta make them bees. He's got they call them like gear and shit food.
Yeah.
he's got the food lad. I'm loving it. Oh, fucking.
It's hard life, isn't it, brother?
The same, but I'd actually recommend getting around Euphoria. I actually really liked that show. It was good.
Yeah, it's not bad.
What's
at all.
that? The series is called Top Boy.
Yeah.
So there's that movie as well that's wicked.
Yeah, Blue Story.
Blue Story. That's
It's
a
the same
fucking-
actors from Blue Story that
it
are in
is.
Top Boy.
That's a fucking banger of a film, man.
Yeah, it slaps.
It fucking slaps
Nah,
hard,
but it
man.
is.
I get right around
It's
that.
awesome.
Oh,
It is
yeah.
actually a mint.
And how it ends as well. You just all through the fucking movie. It's just.
Well, have you
rolling
seen the ending of
twist
Top Boy? Like have you watched the TV series?
I haven't seen the ending of it yet.
Oh, it's wicked. And then did you watch Summer House first? Because that's like Top Boy Summer House is the first, and then
Ah, yes,
the
yeah,
Netflix
yeah,
Top
yeah,
Boy
yeah.
is the new one.
Yeah, I love all my UK drill stuff, the music, and it's fucking hectic over there, but
That's what
is
that's what I
crazy.
was thinking. Surely it's exaggerated.
No,
as
it is
though, like,
fucking
'cause
hectic over there.
Yeah, some of the shit on that show was.
But
like,
it's areas. It's like Melbourne, bro. Like, we wouldn't go to Broadmeadows.
was it like it's all London and it's like parts of London that are so bad.
Find good about everywhere you go.
Yeah.
Like, there's just shitty people.
Jeez, I don't think our gang violence is like that.
No,
down here,
just
though.
Broadmeadows.
It's just Broadmeadows. Well, there's like this on the show. There was like a foreigner chick or something, and they're like spray burn her house, like telling her to fuck off, and they're all like, she's at the shops, and I don't know how to explain.
There
it.
is
They're just- they're pigs,
certain
they're absolute
there
pigs
is
to them,
certain
like-
parts of UK
Yeah.
where, like, if you're not from that neighbourhood and you're in that neighbourhood, you should not be in that neighbourhood. Like,
Yeah.
it is neighbourhood represent kind of thing.
It's just
How many
like
times can you say neighbourhood?
Neighbourhood. I'm just upset neighbours is ending, okay? No.
Just upset neighbours. Then
I am. I want to be a prisoner again.
dirty fucking convict.
lost his day job.
That is his name, John.
That was.
Convict.
Oh,
Have you seen... you don't watch horror movies then, do you?
I used to until we used to watch them with James, and he just scared the absolute fuck out of me while we were watching.
Have you
them.
seen Brightburn?
Nah, never heard of it.
It's like an evil Superman, but it's fucking hectic. It's gory as. That's
What is it, like a legitimate show? Like
it's a movie.
a
Yeah.
movie.
a movie?
And it's like full on.
Is it DC created or?
Nah, I think it's just like someone's take on it. It's not DC, is it? I don't think DC made Brightburn.
No.
Because the bad Superman's actually called Red Sun Superman. and that's just called Brightburn. It's just
Is
a
it
kid
like
that gets
DC
powers.
approved though? Would they like sue the?
No,
fuck
like
out of it?
no, because they don't ever say Superman or Clark Kent or anything. It's just this kid that's come from space, and then the parents try and control his powers, but then it turns south, and yeah, shit gets hectic. It's a banger of a movie.
No, I haven't seen. What? So it's like horror type thing.
Yeah, it's a
Yeah.
horror movie.
It's a horror movie, but it's not like I guess it is if he's got powers, because no one really has powers. But yeah, it's got some fucking hectic shit happening in it. So that's a movie if people like horrors, I reckon, get around. If you like,
Yeah.
yeah.
I got a little discussion point here I saw, which would definitely get us going. What's the best Adam Sandler movie?
The best
The best. There's so many.
There's
early. It's got to be early.
few good ones. There is quite a few good ones.
Like I love like this is just like I know it's like it's not anyone else's favorite, but it would have to be in people's top 10. But Big Daddy.
Big Daddy's
Oh,
good.
I
I was
love
going to
Big
say, if
Daddy.
you say Jack and Jill, I'm leaving this.
No,
podcast
it had to be
right now.
old stuff.
The Wedding
old
Singer's
stuff.
up there as well.
The
Yeah,
Wedding
the
Singer
Wedding
is
Singer.
hilarious.
The Waterboy, Happy Gilmore, Billy Madison, like
51st Dates.
51st Dates gets me. Rob Schneider in 51st Dates is hilarious. When she beats the shit out of him with a baseball bat.
Or when he does the
Oh.
front flip off the pier.
No, when he's interviewing him, pretending that he's the chick. And he's like, oh, let me smell your fingers. Fish. When I smell fish, it gets me so horny.
No, I just love it.
Piss
Big,
off.
Big Daddy's just the best for me. It's fucking.
Grown Ups has some funny scenes, but it just doesn't compare, like,
Nah,
to the
no, these newer stuff
old
is
Adam
nothing.
Sandler ones.
Bedtime Stories is pretty good. I like that movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not Billy Madison, Happy
Nah, it's
Gilmore
not.
type. It's like
Billy
It's a-
Madison's one of it.
Oh.
Oh, Little Nicky. Little Nicky.
I don't think I've seen Little Nicky.
Really?
Yeah.
Where is the son of the devil,
No,
Yeah, I've
I
never
don't
seen
think
it.
I've seen Little Nicky.
and the dude has the tits on his head?
Nah.
Oh, what? I reckon you will get right around Little Nicky. That thing is hilarious. Yeah,
Yeah.
so he's like this. I'm pretty sure he's like the son of the devil or something. And I forget what he has to do. And his mum's an angel, I think. And he's trying to prove that you can be good when you're bad and stuff, but he's like deformed.
No.
I've never seen it.
And he loves Popeye's chicken.
Nah, I've never seen it.
Popeye's chicken, freaking awesome.
Can't.
I still reckon Waterboy is one of the best ones.
Oh, the courage, and he's like when he talks to everyone.
Mike, you tell your mom is wrong.
No, Colonel Sanders.
You're
wrong.
No, it's fucking classics. Absolute classics. Alright, what are we on to now? What grinds our gears, boys?
You
What
can
is-
start this one off.
What is
Jake.
grinding our gears? I'm going to keep this PJ because fuck me, this gets me fired up.
You said cunt. You said fuck. It ain't PG, bro. That's
no,
gone
you-
straight out the
no,
window.
you're allowed to swear. You just can't go past that, I'd say. but PS5s, man, like, not even that, like, they just get bought out and resold for so much, but, like, sort your shit out.
You know,
like,
you can now just go put your name down at either JB or EB, and once they get restock, every few weeks you get.
yeah, but
Yeah.
why is it still that
Depends how
hard?
big
Like,
the list is.
when the PS4s came out, like, I swear you could get one whenever you wanted.
It's because
Like,
it was in the middle of the pandemic that they tried to release
But
it.
you're like,
and
how they
production
not-
was cut.
how have they not sorted that out yet? Like they've made a whole new model, haven't they? Like they had the original model and they had
Yeah,
problems with
because
it, and now they've
yeah,
No, I didn't have problems with it. There a certain component in the original PS5 they can't actually make anymore. There wasn't enough material to produce the same chip.
no, because there was. I read an article somewhere that people with the PS5 were complaining about something, and PlayStation listened and fixed it.
Because I guarantee if you look it up and look into depth, it was because of a certain component they were using in it. The material is actually becoming real rare to find, and it's more.
How good's that? We're using the last of our materials on the planet that we have to make gaming consoles.
yeah, that you don't even have access to. Like does my head in. Like every time, even James sends me messages throughout the day while I'll be at work. Pardon me, like. PS5's out, EB games. I've gone, yep, sweet. I've got on the message within 30 seconds. Gone on, got it in my cart, sold out, gone. Like that. People got to be using bots and stuff, don't they?
Do you have an EB Games account?
Yeah.
So what I looked up then, The launch PS5 model had a larger copper heatsink, but the new PS5 replaces it with a smaller copper and conductive metal heatsink that is much cheaper for Sony to manufacture.
So they're saving money and they still
So
can't
they're
produce
saving
enough.
money, yeah. So it's so I wonder what the thing was I read. Because I read someone, they fixed an issue with it.
I got banned from Messenger for 24 hours for going off with a bloke on Marketplace for selling the PS5 like double the price.
I went off with so many people for it. Like, my reason behind it is if it's a limited edition console or something like that, I can understand. Like, if it's got fancy shit on it or something, whatever, you sell it for what you want. But, like, stuff that should be readily available to pretty much everybody. Like, why go out of your way to buy something to make $400 on something like that? Like,
Does I mean
there's
like
legitimate kids and stuff out there that they're like asking their parents to buy them something like that. They can't get it for their kids.
There's even like, what, you guys got your special edition Halo Xbox? Sell that for triple the price. Who cares? Because it's limited edition. They're not going to get made again. There's going to be PS5s made again. And there's people, that actually want them. Kids, me, 100%. I want one. Bad. And then, just absolutely no access to them. And that is what...
$1,100, mate.
That is what's grinding my gears.
Edition.
I was just really lucky. I was just in the right place at the right time and snagged one.
But it's like all about like having the money at the time as well. Because whenever I've got the money together to buy one, can't get one. And then it seems that one's available and it's like, no, you don't have the funds for it. And it's...
I afterpaid one. It was great.
Yeah, I never have enough money on my afterpay because I always just go like, if I can afterpay it, I afterpay. go to put, what's that, $20 thing from JB? Yeah, set that on the afterpay. Pay that off in four easy payments of $5.
4 interest-free payments.
Jesus Christ. No, something that's really grinds my gears, and it's because I'm personally going through something at the moment to do with it, but as a broader range thing, professionals that don't do their job professionally. You know, you pay an amount of money to get something done, and it doesn't get done right. And there's like, it just seems the professionalism and the care into work nowadays just doesn't matter. Just slap it together.
No, I get that 100%. I reckon like that is so broad as well, and that like I know it's something like probably insignificant to what you're going through, but even like when you have a rec basketball team like we have, and you go to play basketball, and these refs get paid, and it's just like, just have a bit of pride.
And they pick one team.
Just have a bit of pride, like, in what you're doing, because, like, even something so small like that, and it just ruins, like, a whole thing for you. It's the same as, like, anything to do work-wise, like, you're a sign writer, and if you're getting product in done poorly and people aren't doing their job right, it just ruins it continuously.
Well, you take your car on mechanics, and it's worse than when you took it to them in the first place. Yeah, that kind of stuff. Yeah, no, 100%.
Take a bit of pride.
Yeah. And, like, mistakes happen. Everyone's human. Like, mistakes do fucking happen.
But in that situation as well, you try your best to rectify your mistake. Because at the end of the day as well, you have a reputation as a business owner or something like that. If you want people to recommend you, or you want recurring customers, you want to have good standards, and you want people to actually like what you do, and they're happy with the service that you've provided. But if you're not going to do that, like, you can't expect a business to grow that way either. And
that's what I mean, like, with anything, like, you go anywhere and you go into a shop and you've had someone, like, you just go, even, like, for example, you go into a clothes shop and someone who's done a poor job with, like, helping you find your needs and all that, you go into that shop again and you see them and, fuck, like,
you're going to go somewhere else.
Why do I want to deal with that person again? Or you go somewhere else. Where if I go to, like, I went to Culture Kings and I struggled to find clothes my size.
Yeah.
And this chick there was awesome. I was looking at, like, I got me 4 or 5 XLs. She's like, spent time. Now I've got massive 3s. Like, this is a 3 and it's massive, fits me perfect. And I was like, if I'm going to go clothes shopping, like, I want to go there again, and she'll help. Like, I want to go to her again, and she's going to actually put the time in, like, have just a bit of pride in what she's doing, and she actually, like, wants to do her job.
It makes your experience so much better, going and having people that, like you said, take pride in their work and are actually happy to do the job that they're doing.
She could have just grabbed the t-shirts off and been like, get these, they'll work. And just
like, same with, like, the basketball thing. If I go to play basketball and I see a certain ref, I'm like, I'm thinking, like, fuck, this is going to be a shit game. Steve, you got to get big Stevie down on the court again.
Watch, we'll get him on grand final day.
Oh, he's retired. Thank fuck. They posted a little retirement video.
Did they?
Yeah, because he's been there for ages. So I think they did a little retirement thing. So
Thank fuck
James
he
can't chase him around the court anymore.
He didn't even chase him around the court the first time. He just panicked because supposedly James had his fucking fist clenched, as you would when you're angry and yelling.
Shaking my fist in anger at him.
Come here.
He's that old that he thought that was meaning James was challenging him to a duel or something.
He slapped him with his glove.
You, sir.
Going into the grinding my gears thing, it's probably not going to bother a lot of people, or it could bother a lot of people.
Cyclist.
Nah.
Cyclists, that's huge. Don't
It's
even
actually-
get on
It's
cyclists.
politics,
Oh, yeah.
Just the whole election thing that's going on at the moment, like, I'm not going to lie, I used to be one of those people that didn't give a shit about voting and stuff like that, and look, my vote might not change something at the end of the day, but if we all have that mentality, like, nothing will change.
Well,
But-
this is where the conspiracy theories come in.
But just the whole, like, if you've watched any of the election and stuff like that, or you watched the federal budget even the other day, or you know anything about the federal budget and how they're distributing money and stuff like that, like a $250 payment to people who are on government benefits, which, like pensioners and stuff, I completely understand, but like there's double blunders on fucking government benefits, and let's not beat around the bush here. There's fucking people that go their whole lives living off the government because they're too lazy to fucking get a job.
Chad. Nah.
But and then they're giving him a $250 payment.
And then there's
Like the
people that-
Liberal government's trying to give him like government funded people a $250 payment to vote him back in, but $250 in this day and age as well.
That's a point.
Right, it fucking gets you. What does $250 get you? What? A fucking half a tank of petrol?
No, but in the big picture of things, it does get you fuck all. But it can go further in the hands of the right people as well. Why give it to dole bludgers? Like, there's 100%, like you said, there's people that are on Centrelink that deserve it, pensioners, that kind of shit. But these people that go and just, put it back into their arms, or
Why would you not give it to small business owners, Bob? Even all businesses to help with the stress of the pandemic that it caused. Like people.
Do they put it through to those people because they know they put it like back through sort of thing though? Like they're
To the
going to
bottle
spend
shop?
that money. Like, you know what I mean? There's like a
how do you
sort
think
of
I
comes-
bought the 6-pack? Nah,
it comes back to the government sort of thing. Like,
Yeah, but like,
all money goes back to the government.
yeah, it doesn't matter what, just because of tax and stuff. Like, even buying your fucking fruit at Coles or whatever.
Because even now with crypto and shit, the government taxes all that.
do they tax crypto
No,
now?
it's still not officiated here yet. Not quite yet. They want to know your earnings, but
They want to
there's no
know. Yeah.
tax on it or anything yet.
No, well, I'll be voting for, was it I always go
Labour.
the shooters party, the pirate party, and the marijuana party.
You know they're all a part of the bigger parties, but they're all either Labour or Liberal. I'm pretty sure they're one or the other.
Whatever one Pauline Hanson's on, I'm in. Controversial Coles. Pauline Hanson, vote her in. She'll get the job done.
She doesn't fuck around, which is some of the
shit she says.
You can't rock up.
Nothing beat it when she wore a burqa to Parliament.
I don't know. You can't do that. You can't do that. That's especially nowadays. Like, I'm not even gonna get into fucking LGQBT.
Bro, did you see the bloke the pensioner getting absolutely sucked into ScoMo?
Oh yeah, I love
that
it.
was a pisser. How
At
good
the
was
pub.
that? Yeah. He's giving us a chance.
He's like, "What? Your campaign? Give it a go. I gave it a go. And where's it got me? You're a liar. You just want us to vote you back in." And it was like that other old bloke that wouldn't shake his hand.
Yeah.
And he's like, "Shake my hand." He's like, "I'm not shaking your hand."
Right, ScoMo's a wank. I'd rather elbow, but that's just me. I think
Oh, it was a wank.
I didn't even want to vote. I didn't even want to put my name in to vote, but it happened. This is
Like
what
I was
we
trying
got.
to say before, I'm not massive for voting, but at the end of the day, you don't know the difference that your vote could make. It literally could be. You're never going to know. Well, you do know the numbers, but
Yeah.
you never know if that was your vote that changed it or not.
It's never really within one vote, though, is
No,
it?
it's never within it, but
But then again, if everyone sort of has that mindset.
mentality, yeah.
If everyone just goes and scribbles on the paper and puts bullshit, then
What was it like the American vote? Homer Simpson was getting like 1% of the votes or something one year.
D's nuts. Didn't D's nuts almost win it one year?
Don't
And because it wasn't serious, they had to remove it.
I don't know about almost win it, but I know, yeah, it got a...
He had a fair...
When it was massive, it got a fair few votes going in for it. All right.
What are the odds that they get all these people just to write D's nuts on the poll
There's
paper?
something.
But
What's something that's massive like right now? Like there should just be anything like that's so like going on.
Not
right
these
now.
nuts.
I was going to say
These nuts
D's
anymore.
nuts have never been massive.
No. All right. Few discussion topics get us really going. I heard this one the other day. I thought it was awesome. It was like, can you beat the buffet?
What do you
Well,
mean?
like an
Like,
all-you-can-eat buffet?
Yeah. Can you beat the
they'll
all-you-can-eat
actually
buffet?
kick you out if you eat
Yeah,
too
that's
much.
what I mean. So to beat the buffet, do you have to get kicked out or do you have to
No, you
like
just
finish?
gotta
You got to finish everything.
No,
they
even
got.
getting kicked out, because that means that they're turning around and going, nah, you're costing us money.
This is like the Simpsons episode where Homer's like, we've got nothing left. It's all you can eat. They're dragging him out.
I think beating the buffet is literally getting your money's worth of all you can eat. To me, that's beating the buffet. Like, honestly, because 9 out of 10 people will not eat their money's worth at a buffet.
I never get that though, because like I know like they make it in such big like portions that it's so cheap for them, but it's like if I go there, I'm eating 10 plates. Like I eat 10 solid plates. I still don't reckon. Apparently, I don't get my money's worth. But like it's like I know if people like
Depends
go
on
the
what
rice,
buffet you're going to as
rice, the chips and stuff. You know, you're not beating the buffet there. But now I could eat 10 plates of their chicken curry and shit like that. Like chicken's probably one of their more expensive items and stuff.
Yeah,
Eat
but
10
you know,
plates of chicken curry, I guarantee your asshole's gonna not feel great the next day.
Yeah, but at least you like reckon you somewhat beat the buffet. That's all.
but now in buffets, what they're doing as well is more expensive foods, like just say crab and steak and
Seafood
shit. It's
and,
extra.
Is
So
it?
yeah, it's extra. So it's got like you pay so much for the buffet, but if you want to get from this part, they give you like a wristband or something, and you have to get it from like one of the chefs and that. They now have it behind the counter, so you can't just go and
Yeah,
smash
that's
you know
why.
heaps of crab and shit like that.
I reckon that night that we went to St Kilda with the all you could eat,
The wings.
was it tacos or wings?
Nah, wings. It
Wings-
was wings,
wings
and
and
tacos.
tacos.
Wings and tacos.
That was
I
the
reckon
shit
we-
one.
I reckon we did pretty good that
We
night,
did pretty
right?
good, but they fucked around with getting us our food.
Because you had to order it and then they brought it
Yeah.
out to you.
Yeah,
Which
so,
wasn't too bad, but they fucked around with getting it out to you.
But that's like Okami. Have you ever been to Okami, the Japanese all you can eat?
No, I've heard it's
That's
good.
the same. Yeah, it is. It's unreal. But they do that. Like they bring you out. They like bring you out sometimes pretty slow.
Yeah.
So it's sort of like your food gets to settle.
I'm gonna give you a limit,
Yeah.
of time, and
Yeah. So, but nah, fucking.
like I don't sit there shoving it down my throat, but I still, if they say it's all you can eat, when I want to fucking eat my next piece, I want my next piece in front
Yeah.
of me. Especially when they go, oh, do you just want to order your next? Because that's what they did to us with the first lot. Remember, they're like, do you just want to order a second lot now? And we're like, yeah, just give us the same, and it still took them like 20 minutes to bring it out.
Yeah.
So by the time they brought it out, everyone had already smashed it all, and we had a pretty big group with us.
Nah,
too.
that was good though. Made up the best rap of all time that night as well.
Praise the Lord.
Praise the Lord.
What was that you did with your hand?
Oh, cracking open another.
Yeah,
Huge.
I think it's time for another beer.
Yeah.
Does anybody else want one?
Nah, I think I'm
Yeah.
going to say to the one standard, I got to drive later, so
Yeah, no, I'll go another.
some of us aren't fully licensed.
Not yet.
You're the
Everyone else
only
is.
one that's not fully
So
licensed.
what do you? Yeah, do you feel, Jamesy? Now you can have one beer or 2 beers in the first hour. One
Two
beer.
standards in the first hour.
And then
Two
10 in the
seconds.
next.
Oh Jesus!
Nah, I definitely don't condone drink driving.
No,
Driving is
that was
Nah,
absolutely
absolutely
nothing
not.
like
That's
that.
fucking ridiculous.
drink driving is not good.
All right, another discussion point here. If you could ask for like a wish, like one wish or a miracle, but it can't be anything to do with something like your personal benefit, like wealth, or like I wish I was good as
$1 billion.
Michael Jordan at basketball.
Yeah.
Okay.
Something like that. Something that sort of benefits everyone, or not even everyone, but something that doesn't just personally make you better. What's something that would sort of...
Honestly, I've got 2 things that I could go for, but I'd go for, like, it sounds so fucking hippie, but like, in all honesty, not even full world peace or something like that, but for all wars and stuff to stop, because at the end of the day, we're like,
No,
I understand war's a profitable thing,
but no one wins.
but what's the point? I don't like every single person on this earth, but out of 7 billion people, like, we should try and somewhat get along. Because we only all have this one earth together so far to live on. I know we're looking at space exploration and stuff like that, but who knows? It could still be fucking 100, 200 years before.
Yeah, that was actually like, no shit, the next like thing that I was going to bring up to talk about is like what's going on in Ukraine and Russia and all that. I thought it was whack as it's like completely blew my mind that in Russia they have banned social media and their news is just filled with them doing good, like what they're doing in Ukraine is good, and like no one in Russia knows what's going on. Like there was someone in Ukraine that had family in Russia or something, they were calling, oh, this is what's happening, they're killing people, they're killing civilians, and the one that was in Russia, no they're not, like that, we're not seeing any of that, like that's not happening. And they were just like, it just blows my mind to think how much power that people have with social media and news and all that they could make a lie that big become a truth in a country. Like how
social media, but in the same sense as well, is extremely dangerous. You take one part of a story. It's like you crop certain photos, man, and you can make the person that's in the one that's not in the wrong look like they're in the wrong. Like you need to nowadays. You only hear the one side that's gonna. It's profitable. That's what it is now.
This is such a broad spectrum of conversation as well, because only going back to cropping and shit like that, but if you've ever watched a current affair and their stories that they do are always one-sided.
Oh, absolutely. You don't hear the other. Yeah. And then they harass the person that they're trying to find shit on to make them look like a bad guy.
Yep.
But it always just blows my mind, like how they can change a story. So I'm like, how do we know anything like that we're hearing on the news is true ourselves? Because they can just make anything they want up.
I try not to listen to the news and shit.
People just believe like what they're seeing, like how all the Russian like people are so brainwashed to think that what they're doing is good and that there's nothing bad happening. Like it just blows my mind to think how much control the news and social media has over everyone. Like,
and it's all for profit. And that's when what James says comes into it a big time, because then if fucking we didn't have all this war and shit, they wouldn't have the need for, you know, war and expend the profit of it. That's what it is. It's all profit because it's profit. But if we didn't have all this war and we could just figure out, like, we don't even have to get along. It's just an agree to disagree kind of thing.
But even with all this stuff, I'm pretty sure here we pledged 20 billion to the Ukraine, and we're providing 20 armed vehicles, which are costing $2.5 million or something each. Could be less. I'm just saying roughly.
Have to be FGUs.
But like, that's 20 billion or $20 million or something that we're spending for. Like, obviously the Ukraine is not, as far as what I can see, in the wrong here. But it's crazy that we're spending $20 million on something to fight back. And like, going back to the base of it, why the fuck is Russia invading the Ukraine anyways? What, like, for more land?
I think the Ukraine used to be a part of Russia.
Yeah, they're pissed off that they're not a part of it. It's the Soviet Union. The Soviet Union doesn't exist anymore, and they want the Soviet Union back, because the Soviet Union then is like its own thing, like the UN kind of. But obviously the UN's United Nations, but the Soviet Union's like that part of. I'm going to sound like a fuckhead if I get this wrong, but it's the part of Europe where certain
I wouldn't
parts of
say the
Europe.
UN. It's kind of like NATO.
Yeah, NATO. Yeah.
So like, how like do Russia, like, what happens from this? Because after this, Russia cannot be part.
That's why everybody's trying to.
Because what is the NATO is like the thing that's like is all the countries together to stop war and stuff. Like what comes of this? Like, does Putin or something like have to die, or?
Well, everybody's saying like, that Russia should be held accountable for war crimes, or not Russia, Putin.
Because he was doing shit like, because there's, as fucking stupid as it sounds, there's still rules in war. So there's certain things that you can't do in war because it's inhumane and stuff. Like, you can't use flamethrowers, you can't use certain traps. You can't do stuff like paint your tanks to look like another country's, which he was doing. He was putting Ukraine flags on his tanks. So Ukrainians would think that it was Ukraine tanks and let it in. Shit like that you can't do, and that's where the whole war crimes thing's coming in as well.
Also the killing of
innocent people. Like, one of the first places they fucking bombed was a what's it called?
Apartment complex.
There was that, and there was a place for births and kids. Yeah, like a hospital that only had kids and pregnant people, which is fucked up.
Yeah, I saw and read somewhere there was a guy riding his bike in Ukraine, and there was like 2 streets over or something where the Russians got hold of and bombed right, and he like rode his bike through there and he got shot down and killed, and apparently like it's been 2 weeks and his body's still just there untouched,
because people are too afraid to come out of their home, or like shelters and stuff,
and his body's just there untouched. And
there was this older lady in Ukraine that, like, her house pretty much got blown up, but she had like a shelter in like a basement, and she didn't come out for like 5 weeks in the freezing cold.
Fucking hectic. Yeah,
like, But it's crazy as well to think, like obviously it's between Russia and the Ukraine, and other countries are pledging to help them by any means they can, but except going and realistically starting a world war.
Yeah, well that's what will happen if people go. But at the same time, letting Russia do whatever they want is sort of like a whole other thing itself. Like it's a hard choice. But what's Russia threatening to, like, what, nuke or something? Is what people to stop people from going and all that?
I'm pretty sure. Yeah, don't hold me fully
liable, accountable.
Not liable. The information that I'm saying might not be true, but I'm pretty sure Russia and China are allies as well.
Yeah, they are. Russia, and there's a few other countries like.
And nobody wants to go to war with China because China's just
massive powerhouse. Yeah.
Like.
The thing is, I was talking to Kyle's brother, who's like pretty all into all this, and apparently because there's a law that you, like in the war crime, that you can't nuke people like another country unless your country is like. Like what's the word for it? Where like you're fucked. Like you're gonna get run over. Your last resort.
It's a last resort.
But Russia has Ukraine's nukes. When they signed like their treaty or whatever, that Russia took Ukraine's nukes and promised to not go to war with them or use it against them.
Yeah, Jesus.
So like they got nothing, sort of thing.
But this is that whole thing that we've spoken about as well. Like, how much of this stuff is 100% true?
Yeah, that's me.
Because it's all, a lot of it we would have learned from social media, because it's not like any of us have personally, which it could be right. I'm not saying that it's not, but this is where it's all scary as well, because we're getting told pretty much what we want to hear. And if you notice, like, just say if you're for Ukraine, you're going to see everything bad on your social media.
Yeah.
But if you're all for Russia, you'll see anything that sort of backs what Russia's doing, and it's fucked, because that's how social media's work. Plays on algorithms.
Because like with social media and I've wanted to do it for ages, where like people reckon they take a week or 2 weeks off social media, like no Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, anything like that, and they reckon it's awesome, like you feel so good.
So good for your mental health.
But
yeah.
I can't, like, I don't know, like I'll put my hand up and say I'm 100% like a
Bro,
social media
I can't
addict.
get off TikTok.
I did
bad,
Facebook
man.
for like a month, and honestly, that was one of the best things that I ever did. I just couldn't go on Facebook, scroll through my newsfeed and stuff like that as well, because you get stuff that, not that I'm an easily offended person, but shit that I don't like, and like it will genuinely make me upset, angry or something like that, and you just don't have that.
Yeah.
So like you're pretty much living in ignorance, but ignorance, as
Is
everybody
bliss.
says, is bliss.
It was like even like my screen time every day, like mine's at 8 hours a day, man. That's more sleep than I get. Like that's horrible.
My screen time wouldn't be 8 hours.
Yeah,
I like to get on it every now and then.
Mine's shocking. I can't go without it. Like, I'll be the first to put my hand up and say like I'm addicted to my phone and social media. I'll go to my screen time, where it gives you the reminder every week, and mine sits at 8 hours a day, and that's a full day of work that I'm just.
How
on
can
my
you
phone.
tell this shit?
It should be in.
I've got a Samsung.
System.
Yeah, it's actually an option in settings that says screen time for iPhones.
I'm curious. I didn't even know you could do that, to be 100%.
Well, man, mine. I don't know if it's just mine that sends you a notification just because of how bad it is, but
It tells you get the fuck off yours.
yeah, because 8 hours a day, that's more sleep than I get. That's a day's work. Like, to be fair, a lot of it I'm probably just because I watch YouTube movies as I fall asleep.
Yeah.
So I want to give or take myself 2 hours there, just in watching movies after I fall asleep and stuff like that. But that's still, even 6 hours a day is fucking horrible. But you just you can't help it. Like I just couldn't do that whole week without social media.
So me, on average, I'd probably be between 4 and 5 hours.
Yeah.
Did you find it on your phone?
Yeah.
How'd you find that?
You can look shit up.
Yeah, but no, it's so toxic, but can't help it. We'd have to give it a try.
I reckon it would be. I'm gonna do this.
I'm more watch YouTube and shit if I'm going on my phone. Don't get me wrong, I still scroll on Facebook and
Yeah.
stuff like that. I'll scroll on Instagram. But
Mine's good. I'll go to this now. Screen time. Mine shows me what I'm going on. So my daily average, just waiting for it to load. Oh, see, so from the last week, I've gone down to 4 hours and 23 minutes a day. But that shows me that's 47% down from last week. So last week I was on that 8 to nearly 9 hours a day. And if I go to see all activity, like I'm on TikTok for an hour and a half a day. Like that's like YouTube 26, KO, like Facebook 21 minutes a day. Like mate, 21 minutes. That's not that long. That's 20 minutes just sitting there scrolling through.
So
reading shit
I've
all
got
the time.
screen time at the moment. So just say today my screen time's been 3 hours and 45 minutes. But with saying that, an hour and a half of that was just having my phone on because of Twitch when I was streaming.
Yeah.
And I've had to use that. Just
But even
to
that to Sunday, you know.
Yeah.
As well.
If
so.
I took that hour and a half, that's still 2 hours that I've been on my phone just looking at random shit. So
We veered off here from the whole Ukraine thing, but it's still an interesting thing to
Yeah.
talk about, like screen time on your phone and shit. Like,
it's kind of perfect for our first or second podcast. But this is what we want, to go from one subject to another and be able to go into it deeply, not just bounce and make it confusing. But yeah, it's interesting.
Yeah, that's what I mean. It's good. Like every topic we sort of talked about, it's not just been bouncing to conversation. Like I know that went from but that started at social media and then sort of went.
But
to
that was a subject that we're talking
Yeah.
about, that we only really know anything about it from social media.
No.
Like I don't have any Russian or Ukraine friends over there that have called me and said, "Yeah, bro, this is fucked."
Love seeing like all the set your Tinder location to Russia. Get these bitches some green cards.
Not gonna lie, some of the pictures that they're fucking posting, like Jesus Christ.
Get them some green cards. Get them the fuck over here.
Jesus Christ.
Oh, jeez.
Fuck, that's good.
So what's that? I
I
think.
reckon we're cracking on pretty well for our first episode.
Yeah. Well, I don't know that I've got
I don't really think
a whole lot left here in the notes for us to go on about
for the
unless
first
you
one.
guys
I don't.
more.
For
Obvious-
our first episode, I think we've done alright. We've just started off on something. And this is the first of many, you know. We're obviously hoping to improve as we go.
Yeah, well,
along, shit like
that's the
that.
plan.
Let us
obviously.
know as well if people
Yeah.
once you watch it and listen and shit like that. I'd love for people to send in and tell us what they want to hear or give us pointers on what
Yeah,
you
definitely
think
give
need to
constructive
improve.
criticism.
And because we do want to take this seriously. It's even just means three mates get together at least once a week and we see each other.
Yeah.
While we have
Yeah.
a chat and have a gander and get each other's opinions about shit. So
So I mean, like we're taking it seriously, but at the same time, it's not so serious as it's just as much as like Mark said, just getting all the boys together, trying a new beer every week, having a chat.
we'll get other
Catching
people, like
up.
we'll get people to come in as well. Like
Yeah.
we'll have guest stars.
That's what we're hoping to go for. And on that, with guest stars, one of our very, very good mates, Kai Hodgson, you'll be watching, hopefully.
Shout out Kai Hodgson.
Kizza, unfortunately, hopefully we'll get him on so he can explain it a bit deeper, but unfortunately copped it rough at his Commonwealth Games tournament, copped a headbutt, so technically knocked him out of the tournament, which is unlucky, but gets him on, so he's going pro now. So Punisher Promotions is promoting him. He's going to have a fight
On Saturday the 28th of May.
Saturday the 28th of May at the Timber Yard in Port Melbourne. So I don't know, I'll be there. I think these guys have
I'm going to Queensland.
Yeah, Queensland,
prior
unfortunately.
commitments, but yes, we'll be there for Kai's first pro fight, which
He's
will be
looking
awesome.
for sponsorships or anything
Yeah,
like
he's
that
looking
as
for-
well. So
yeah.
if you know anybody or anybody who's looking to sponsor somebody, you know, it would be very much appreciated. You can get in contact with him through Instagram, Facebook.
Or if you can't get hold of him, get hold of
Yeah,
one of
so
us
you
and
can
we can
get hold of us and
pass
we
it
can
on.
send you through. But his Instagram for that is Kai_Hodgson. So easy as that. Just send him a DM if you're interested in sponsoring him. And
He's taken as well, ladies, so don't
Yeah.
don't slide in too slippery because you'll get in trouble with the missus. So.
hopefully we can get him on
Yeah,
very
hopefully.
soon,
Yeah,
which
well,
will be awesome.
I think we've done really well for our first episode.
So I've
I've had a blast, to be completely honest.
it's
you
been
know,
good.
It's been good.
Yeah,
So,
really
Yeah.
good.
is
Fucking
there anything
oath.
else that anybody wants to say before we wrap it up?
I think that's
Nah,
it,
so
lads.
just remember somebody's got to do it. And we're that somebody. So
Somebody does have to do it. And once again,
we'll tidy everything up. I'm gonna make a sign and shit for the room, and we're gonna have proper intros and outros and all that. But it's all work in progress. You know, we need to get on our feet first. So be patient. Like we said, we'd love for people to give us some pointers. It doesn't matter like how many pointers you give us or topics that you'd love to hear from our point of view and shit like that as well. And sort of disclaimer thing. We're not here to offend anyone. If we do offend you, please take it lightly. We're not doing that in any way, shape, or form. I know I'm someone that can just spit shit out and not think about it. I don't say it. Everyone's got their opinion. Everyone's, I believe, is entitled to their own opinion, and it's not us trying to. Anything we say here, it's not factual either. Like, we're going off what we know, so don't use it as like a go by. Don't go out to your mates and be like, "Fuck, these boys said this," and it's 100% true, because we're just saying what we
use this
know.
as a reliable source of
Yeah,
information.
exactly.
Yeah, don't put us at the end of your
We're just
high
having
school
a
presentation. What is it?
yeah.
Yeah, references.
Yeah, on somebody's got to do it. The boys said, "Nah, don't do that."
It's been good. Hopefully some people tune in and give it a watch. If not, once again, hopefully we build it up over time. But
Or even chuck us beers as well. Like,
Yeah.
even if you don't know, throw a beer out that you want, or if you want and you make your own
Like
beers,
steam
send us
rail,
some.
not bad.
Yeah.
Not gonna drink it again.
Yeah.
but even if you don't want beers or something as well, if there's something
Anything,
else
yeah.
like that's fucking not too crazy out there that you want us to give a shot, I'm more than happy to give it a crack.
And we're happy to take it further eventually as well. If there's certain things you want us boys to go do and check out and shit like that, like we can take the stream elsewhere, like the videos and that. You want us to go check out some joint, a bar or something like that. I'd be happy to do it from the bar.
Very
So I don't
broad
give a
range
shit.
of things that we can do.
Just give
This
us
is just the
options.
beginning, and
big
we'll get
things.
right into it.
Beautiful.
So
All
thank
right.
you, everyone.
Thank you,
All right,
everyone.
cheers,
Thanks,
lads.
boys. Well done.
Thank you.
Thank you.